there's some of these social media brands are going off the rails, like Duolingo. Duolingo is very famous on TikTok for making comments and just showing up on other pages. We had done a whole study of it when I was working at my corporate job. Someone came in and they gave a bunch of examples of these large companies just being a little more free with their social media.
It's what the young kids want, man. The TikTok generation, the stuff that really pops are these weird, like kind of funny. I saw a Duolingo one where they had the owl get hit by a car. No, it was like a bus. They have a guy dress up as the owl. And I thought it was a troll. It was the Duolingo account.
Maybe I'm a child because target market audience.
It's such a smart marketing platform. You got to play to your audience. You can be high and tight where the high and tight stuff needs to go, and then you can be silly on TikTok or whatever.
Totally. But don't be silly like some of these other companies.
Yeah, don't tell people to eat their fingers off.
Remember A&W?
Yeah.
So A&W had a third-pound burger misfire. In the 1980s, A&W introduced a third-pound burger to compete with McDonald's quarter pounder. They were offering more meat for the same price. However, the campaign flopped because many customers mistakenly believed that 1/3 of a pound was less than 1/4 of a pound.
Because quarter pounder sounds like more meat.
Yeah, thinking they were being overcharged for a smaller burger.
No.
So the perception was that it was smaller, but people just didn't know math.
They should have called it a third pounder because that sounds more than a quarter pounder. But quarter pounder sounds more than 1/3 of a pound burger.
Third-pound burger sounds bigger.
Yeah, they just used the wrong. Because when you said that,
No, that's what they said.
In my-
Introduced a third-pound burger to compete with the quarter pounder.
quarter pounder.
So people, I think
Third
maybe the word
pounder.
pounder is what.
Yeah, third pounder. Dude, as you were saying it in my mind, I had to do the math. I'm like, oh, the McDonald's burger is smaller. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Human psychology is so, our brains are, honestly, if you get really into the marketing and psychology rabbit hole, our new brains are very, very sophisticated, but our old brains, where a lot of this stuff tickles, are just abysmally stupid. It's not even that they're stupid, they're just so primitive.
Yeah. Yeah. We're so simple. Even though we don't want to think we are.
Yeah.
Fiat, the car company Fiat, had a creepy love letter campaign. In 1994, Fiat sent anonymous love letters to 50,000 women in Spain, hoping to create a buzz for a new car model. The letters, which included messages like, "We met again on the street yesterday, and I noticed how you glanced interestingly in my direction," caused panic and fear among recipients.
Yeah. Dude, if you're married and your wife gets a love letter...
Also, what if you hadn't left the house and now you're getting this weird letter and who's following me? I'm not even thinking that. I'm like, who's this guy who knows where I live and you saw me on the street, now you know where I live and you sent me this letter? Going to come murder me?
I think it's really funny that the examples that we first went to, because that actually probably is more of what was actually happening.
Yes.
Is people going, do I have a stalker?
Yes. No, that's male versus female.
I wonder how many relationships they destroyed with that campaign.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'd be more of the terror. Okay.
It didn't say like love the Fiat car company. It was so it was an anonymous love letter.
Yes.
That's an idea.
When I was working at my last corporate job, and by last I mean last one for the rest of my life.
Forever.
The head of the facilities team, she was the best. She was telling me how she went on Amazon and she was buying things for safety and security. We had for the building, they just needed like security stuff. So she's on Amazon, men's safety gear, right? And she sees hard hats and a vest and maybe some steel toe shoe covers, whatever. Great. Female safety gear, thinking she's going to have the same thing. No, it's mace, it's a whistle, it's a baton, it's a taser, because women get attacked, and that's how we need to stay safe.
Yeah.
And then you attack us. So of course women felt this way.
So we need steel toe boots and safety gear to prevent us from getting tased and maced.
No, you need to not attack women.
I thought that was the correlation you were making, but I knew that it actually wasn't.
Yeah, I know
But
you're smarter than that.
It is interesting, though, that would be most top of mind, but I guess it makes sense just in terms of where the products are purchased. Not a lot of chicks are working in those types of jobs.
Also,
But also
men
not
don't
a lot
have to be
of men
afraid
are-
of people. Who's attacking you?
Right. Not a lot of men need to load up on mace and tasers.
Have you ever heard of a guy being like, "Oh, I have my mace, let's go"? Never. They make mace in pink. Someone gave me one.
Yeah, my ex had one. Yeah, a pink one I got for her. And my mom got it for her.
Yeah, do you have one?
No,
See?
I've never owned mace. Nor have I ever been maced or tear gassed or whatever.
Knock on wood
Yeah.
for both of us.
Yeah. I don't normally I don't ever conduct myself in situations that would require a macing. So I'm a pretty good boy.
Okay, great. So as a woman, women would probably say the same thing. We are never actually conducting ourselves in that space either. We're just existing, and then men are just attacking us.
So that love letter was clearly. It's funny to me that that made it up so far. That probably had to get approved by a C-suite executive. That went.
In the 80s, maybe not.
Oh yeah,
94, 94.
yeah. I feel like that getting drunk at work thing was probably gone by then. But I will say this: it probably didn't. There probably weren't a lot of women involved in the oversight, just because I think back then the workplace was still pretty sexist. So it was probably like a dude who was like, "Great idea, they're gonna love it. Oh my god, all these ladies are gonna love a love letter for me." But if they asked
Totally.
like one lady, they would have been like, "No, dude, they're gonna like think you're gonna kill them."
Right. No women were considered in the making of this
100%. I
campaign.
don't think that they were. Yeah, that's where they messed up. God,
Good
there's like a
call.
whole chain of dudes in that. Even the guy who created it.
Yeah, I bet you're right. You're totally right. Way to figure that one out.
Yeah, call me.
This one's
I'll
another
fix
favorite.
all your shit. Also, your cars are super lame. But if you hire me, I'll say I like them. I'm ready.
I think you sold them. Lesson in sales right here. You saw it first. Hello.
Hello.
This one is, I almost should have left it for the last, but I really like it, so we'll do it now. 1996, Panasonic launched a touchscreen PC in Japan featuring Woody Woodpecker as the mascot. You remember Woody, right?
Yeah, okay. It's an odd choice.
Unfortunately, the slogan,
For the listeners only, Christina's laughing so hard it is gone unaudible.
Touch Woody, the internet pecker,
Oh my god. Was that a translation mishap? Like Japanese to English? It had to be, right?
had unintended sexual connotations in English-speaking markets.
Oh yeah, no, that so they don't call downstairs business a Woody in Japan.
Touch Woody, the internet pecker. Come on.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't